Welcome back, Thrifty Switch owners. I'm James Amaro, and I've been wading through the eShops in the UK, US and EU to bring some gems to your attention, those tempting deals that are worth considering. Have you tried Hypercharge Unboxed yet? This video is brought to you by this great first-person shooter title set in a miniature toy world that is ever expanding with tower defense elements thrown into the mix. The major update 3 was recently released, adding a whole bunch of new content to sink your teeth into. Check out our video covering what's new in the update to find out more, and there's a demo so you can try it before you buy. Now, let's jump in and take a look at this week's deals. I'm kicking things off this week with my pick Lumo. Lumo is a love letter to isometric platformers, a genre that has been quite dormant for a long time. It features some upgraded visuals and sounds and throws in a bunch of puzzles for good measure. There are 400 rooms to navigate, and these are a blast to be played in short bursts or for longer sessions. There are lots of nods to the games that came before it, but if you don't catch them, then it won't impact your enjoyment. This is an addictive little game worth picking up. A real gem with a massive 90% off. Jordan Juan, what are your picks this week?
Hey guys, how you doing? Are you having a good weekend? I had to work all of Sunday, which sucked, but I'm looking forward to kicking back on the sofa and playing some games. And the game that I plan on playing is also my bargain of the week, Legend of the Skyfish. Now, hear me out, I can almost hear you guys typing in the comments, but this is my story. In Monday's Physicals episode, I'm going to be featuring this as my spotlight from Red Arc Games, and in that video, which is locked and ready for tomorrow, I state that I hadn't played it yet, but after making the video, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to sit down and play it. And I did, and you know what? It's alright, it's not too bad. At which point I then looked at Metacritic and it's at 46. Never been, mate. I don't know what these guys have been smoking or what they are expecting, but for a short, simple puzzle action game, never been that low. Now, I'm not saying it's amazing or anything, but for an enjoyable 3 hours or so, you're getting some decent, quaint puzzles that you can sit back and relax to, and it's a nice introductory game for a younger audience. It's at least like a 6 out of 10 from what I've played so far. I'm picking this just because I felt the Metacritic score was majorly harsh. Like I said, it's not brilliant, but like a solid 6 out of 10. And it's 50% off on the eShop, $3.99 in US dollars, British pounds, and euros. Maybe I have lower expectations, but 46, come on guys.
Thank you very much, James. My pick of the week is a game that came out early on in the Nintendo Switch's life, and it's a game that I still hold dear. A fantastic indie with 50% off in all regions, so if you don't own it yet, make sure you pick it up and add it to your collection. It's the incredible Golf Story, and that 50% off, I think, is an absolute bargain for this game. If you love golf, then buy this game, and if you love games that have awesome stories intertwined, then it's a combination of both. So you get to play golf and at the same time live this story about somebody who's forced to give up on their dreams and now have one more chance to make it happen. And there's lots of little things that surprise you here, which I don't want to give away if you haven't tried the game already. Suffice to say, it really is a great indie game on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed. Take care, everybody. See you next week.
Great picks there, guys. Now up next, it's Tangle Tower. This is a hilarious point-and-click adventure game that follows up the 2014 Detective Grimoire. This is a genre that has healthy competition on the Switch. There are excellent puzzles and the game is narrated really well. This follow-up has more polish than the first, as you can tell from the hand-drawn artwork, which I really like the style of. It's a pleasant tale from start to finish and has a nice 40% off right now. Duke Nukem 3D is back, remastered and with a whole new 5th episode. What's awesome is the original team produced this episode and 8 brand new levels along with the original voice actor and composer. You really can't beat Duke Nukem for hilarious lines, babes, and of course shooting stuff dead. There's gyro, HD rumble and local wireless play, and with a very healthy 60% off, it's a great package. If you're not familiar with this charming 2D pixel art platformer, then you've been missing out. Playing as a blob, you soon gain more energy and the abilities to stick to surfaces, ram objects, as well as parasitic takeover. The controls are superb and creative. It gets quite cool pretty early on and stays that way for the rest of the game. This is a sci-fi world full of polish. It's a glorious tale that I think a lot of people may have missed, and with 50% off, it's a superb game to pick up and the right time to do so. Cytus Alpha is a rhythm-based game delivering over 200 songs and a memorable rhythm music experience. You play by focusing on the rhythm of the music, the notes and lines represent the music with varied movements and interactions. With the right timing, you tap, drag and hold notes to earn the best possible score using either the touchscreen or a controller. The notes are dynamic and reflect the energy of the music. It's a visually captivating experience. It's an intriguing title that is really addictive. Jurassic World Evolution is a seriously deep and detailed sim where you recreate your very own dinosaur park, managing security, research and entertainment. In this complete edition, there are the 3 major narrative additions as well as additional dinosaur skins, of which there are 60, one to sink countless hours into. It's surprising just how much information there is to get across. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be up and running in no time, bringing wonderful dinosaur park to your guests. Axiom Verge is a fantastic Metroidvania game where you play as a scientist in an ancient and high-tech world. It is a mysterious journey, but the game shines in its amazing level design and spectacular boss fights. There are over 60 items and power-ups to collect throughout the game. Learning what weapons and setups to use for puzzles and epic battles is all part of the fun. The developer Thomas Happ just did an amazing job creating an experience so good that you genuinely want to 100% all of this one. It can be a bit challenging at times, but it never feels unfair. Truly an amazing game from start to finish. In Tools Up, the premise is simple enough. You're a crew of renovators up against the clock to get the job done by painting, stripping wallpaper and various other handy jobs. The challenge comes in working together to do things efficiently by spreading the workload and of course avoiding the lava, snow and other elemental challenges. This is most certainly a couch co-op game at its heart. If you like Overcooked, then this will be both familiar and a game that you will enjoy. With 75% off, it's a solid choice right now. Mario and Rabbids Battle has been out for some time, yet it's still a great turn-based strategy game, and the additional DLC that has been added is impressive. Don't be fooled by its cutesy look. This is a surprisingly deep strategy game with classes, strengths, weaknesses and cover mechanics. This type of game is always great on the move for those pick up and play short bursts, and at under $20 it offers strong value, plus there is co-op on offer, and this Battle Gold Edition has lots of content. We had the pleasure of reviewing Alder's Blood, and our title sums it up nicely. XCOM meets Darkest Dungeon. There's a very healthy 56% off on this one right now. It's a brilliant game that certainly offers a dark and engrossing tale, solid gameplay and a brilliant style. Before Cytus Alpha, Taiwanese developer Ryuk brought us Deemo, a fantasy-based rhythm game with over 200 tracks and simple gameplay. The tracks are mostly Taiwanese and Japanese and are played over lovingly created imagery for a cool experience, especially now with 50% off. Lair of the Clockwork God is a real sarcastic and humorous game that doesn't take itself or the games industry seriously at all, following on from the previous point-and-click Ben and Dan games. Based on the developers themselves, this time around the game mixes both that point-and-click style with platforming. It's slapstick and it won't be for everyone, but others will really love it, and now with a healthy 70% off, it's worth taking a look. Earthlock is a love letter to JRPGs of the PS1 era with its turn-based combat, open world to explore and classic mechanics. The game is well crafted, and whilst it's fair to say it's unlikely to be that many people's absolute favourite, it just does everything really well and clocks up an impressive amount of content, making this one a bargain at this price point. Sparklite is an action-adventure game that takes place in the wonderful world of Geodia. In this one you get to enjoy amazing pixel art and a wonderful soundtrack by Dale North, and the game contains 5 unique and procedurally generated biomes to explore. It's loads of fun, and the developers added to this one ever since it came out, giving you lots of content to stay busy in this wonderful world. Aragami is a stealth game that focuses on staying in the shadows. If you get caught, you are dead. It takes you back to titles like the original Metal Gear Solid, staying away from glorious, powerful moves. It makes for a tactical and interesting game. It isn't perfect, but it's a good title that is definitely worth a playthrough. Both Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2 are both at their lowest ever price on the Switch with a very chunky 68% off. These came out at a time when the Resident Evil series was going down the route of all-out action, and these leaned more towards that original style with a little bit of that Resident Evil 4 style gameplay thrown in. It mixed really well, and so these are two great games for a very affordable price right now. Now I've gone with Revelations 2 if you have to pick up one of them only, but either one is a solid game to enjoy. Shakedown Hawaii from VBlank Entertainment is a retro top-down GTA-like experience. In the game you are trying to build an empire through racketeering and shady business deals. This open world adventure lets you play at your own pace and looks and sounds great. I love the sense of humour in the game with its tongue-in-cheek poking fun at the crazy world we live in, and at half price, what a great bargain this one is. Yes, Your Grace tells a tale of Davern, a medieval kingdom ruled by King Eric. In this kingdom management RPG, petitioners will arrive in the throne room each turn to ask for your advice and assistance. The game is set in this fictional world where monsters and arcane practices inspired by Slavic folklore are the order of the day. Villagers will ask for your help with various problems, from monsters attacking their village to a lack of places to relax and enjoy themselves. Some will bring humour to your throne room, and some will present you with difficult choices. Your family is important too, and throughout your time as king, you will have to support them in their struggles. A really interesting game, worth checking out. And that's it for this week, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Do let us know what your favourite pick of the week is down below in the comments. Now, we'll be back tomorrow with Jordan's physical roundup. And until then, take care and see you soon.